Hello and welcome to Jewellery Rescue. If you're new here, I'm Kat and I'm a girl on a mission to rescue and recycle the world's unwanted jewellery. We've got a lovely big thrift haul today. These are things that I've bought from the charity shops, the car boot sales. There's a couple of things from online as well. And we've also got 2 mystery bags to open, which I picked up at the car boot sale as well. So let's dive straight in with a vintage order. I bought these 3 sterling rings in a bundle. And I'm not sure whether I got a good price and I did pay up for them, but look at the setting on this one. That is so pretty. And then this one with garnets, I think is European. I need to look at these marks on here. It could be 800 silver rather than 925. We'll have to check, but I think there's a little garnets in there. And then this one was a little bit cheeky because it's missing a stone there, and this stone has got a little bit of damage in the centre as well. So I probably should have contested this one, but I don't really like doing that kind of thing, so I didn't. So there's those 3. Those will be cleaned up and tested and come to a whatnot show. This one was from the same bundle, but the photograph was taken very far away and you couldn't see that it had a gold vermeil on it, and so this has obviously started to either come off or tarnish. It's a very sweet mother of pearl with the tree of life over it, so I'll have to see what happens when I polish that one up. Didn't pay very much for that one though. Okay, on to the car boot sales. This is an Alex Perry pendant and I did find it online. I can't remember what I paid, but it was certainly less than it is new. That will go into a whatnot show as well. And then this Sunday just gone, I picked up these 2 Hot Diamonds boxes. Now I need to check whether these are actually from Hot Diamonds, but they are marked as sterling. So we've got a really sweet little 2-tone flower on a pendant. Lovely quality boxes. And then we have the matching earrings. I got this little box of studs. Didn't pay very much for this and they need cleaning. I think there's an odd pair, there's an odd little bow in there, and then tiny little elephant. There's a pair of those, but what I bought them for was these little mice. Now I had one of these mice in the 90s. It was a little bit bigger than these and I loved it, and I always wished I had a pair, so I might clean those up and keep them for myself. The box is very reminiscent of my childhood. I had a little box just like this in the 90s, possibly even in the 80s. This is a key ring with some hairdresser charms. I thought I'd turn those into my bracelet slash necklace charms. Then some unusual vintage pieces. This is a seed bead choker. This was from an antique dealer's stall, so I think that will have some age to it. Unusual piece. And also from them I picked up this deer brooch, which is made of wood. Nice little piece, and also this one, little pill pot with enamel. Just thought that was cute. That's a piece of paper, don't know why that's in there. This ring I picked up on a Wednesday car boot, so it needs a really good clean, but it is marked 925 and I think it was 10p, so that was a good bit of a bargain. That will go into a one-off show at some point as well. Oh, and there was a lady that had a lovely collection of vintage pins and brooches all on display boards. I thought this one was really cool. It looks like something out of a museum, doesn't it? It might be a replica piece from the gift shop. I need to look that one up. This beauty, isn't she sweet? These 2 are a set, the cat and mouse, and the cat's tail is articulated. These are gemstones on here, not sure what those are, agates maybe. or could they be chalcedony? I don't know, let me know if you know. Picked up this single earring because I thought it would make a nice pendant. And this is a really cute charm bracelet that has animals and sort of foresty things on. Got a bee and an acorn, a birdie there. Of course there's a butterfly, a fox, a rabbit and a squirrel. Look at that, it's so cute. So I don't know whether to keep that as a charm bracelet or take the charms off and make individual charms for my bracelets. So I'll have to think about that one. Look at this, this is a bit of a treasure. This is teeny tiny. I think though it must be Michaela Frey. It really, I feel like I've got a Michaela Frey bangle in my collection that's very similar. It doesn't have any markings on, but some of the older pieces had a sticker rather than marking directly on the bangle. Let me know what you guys think of that one. That one will be going into my collection. Some little pieces in here. These are sterling with gold vermeil. Love the multicolour on those. And then this is sterling as well. That's probably a blue topaz in there and a bit of mother of pearl there. Sticking with the car boot sale, there's this lovely, it looks hand painted, but I think it's possibly transfer wear. Nice big statement vintage pendant. This is sweet, mother of pearl ring. It's marked 95. If it is, then it's radium plated because it is very shiny. Don't think I paid too much for that one. Oh, whilst I'm wearing them, whilst I'm showing my hand, I also picked this one up at the car boot for myself. Isn't that gorgeous? And I've been on the hunt for the perfect rose ring. I do have one that I'm keeping, but I've got two that are going into this week's What Not show, one of which I bought online recently and was too big for me, and another one which is just not as nice a statement as this one, so that one's staying with me. This one is a costume enamel ring that I picked up in a charity shop. I did immediately lose a sparkly from there, but you can't really tell. I will replace that next time I get the glues out. So those two new on my fingers. Oh, and this one as well, just thought that looked lovely there with my wedding ring. These are vintage amber and silver earrings. They need a really good clean up. They've gone completely black, but they will be glorious once those are cleaned up. And from the same lady, these lovely foiled glass hearts. I bought one of these at the boot sale the other week, and I went back and the same seller had another one, so I just picked up the other one because I thought they were cool. This pretty ring, this does have a 925 mark on and looks like topaz. I think it would have had a gold vermeil on it at some point because it is quite gold tone, but we'll polish it and see what happens. And this ring, I've actually got one in this week's What Not show. I've got one that's silver tone with a clear sparkly. It's costume, but it's just a fun piece. This lovely beaded glass necklace, isn't that lovely? It's quite an unusual vintage one. And this little cluster is a pendant. It's got a cross on it there and a heart as well. Isn't that cute? Tell me if you know what these stones are in the comments. I'm hoping they're natural rather than dyed. Really pretty. These are peking glass and it's from a broken necklace. I've got a couple of bits of that, so I'll probably make earrings or bracelets out of that. And look at this lovely little robin. That is a pin. Mixed metal cuff bangle. This is a nice vintage one. And this damascene pendant looks like it's never been taken off its card. That is really cute. And a more modern bird, this blue tits from Kath Kidston. Got a right old mix here. This one was a vintage purchase, bought it with a bundle, and it does seem to be a real cameo. You can see the shell there. Nice big one. This one I picked up for its glass pendant, or charm rather. I think I will make that into a pendant, put it onto a necklace. And from the same seller I picked up this unusual piece. So this is leather on here. It's by a brand called Sense, which is from Copenhagen, and it's got a nice gemstone dangle here. It is so tiny. She told me it was a children's one, but I did manage to get it onto my wrist, and that one is staying with me. That was 50p, and I did find it online for £50. Doesn't have a resale value because it's not a very well-known brand, but it would have been £50 when it was new. And I also got this one for me. I think this was 20p. It does have branding on. I can't remember the brand. They're about £20 on Amazon. I think it's Italian. It's just a steel one. And then I also got this one for 20p, which the letters are sparkly, but I'm not really a sparkly fan. Prefer them to be matte. So this actually said Catherine, spelt the long way, E-R-I-N-E, which is not how I spell my name. So I have taken it down, taken them off to say Cat, and I've been enjoying wearing that one with this one. So not bad for 70p combined. These ceramic beads, these needed a restring, but I thought they were really unusual as flat ones alternating with round ones. And some polymer clay earrings. Those are fun, aren't they? They were 50p, just a little bargain one. So we've got 2 bags as well that I bought at the car boot sale, so we'll look at those in a bit. Back to the charity shops now. I did pay up for this one, but it's gorgeous. So inlaid with PowerShell. No maker marked on there. It's Art Deco style, but I think it's later. Could be 80s or 90s. Just thought she was really nice. And then the lady was putting out some jewellery, so I got first a look at these. This is an intertwined one, a Russian wedding bangle, and it was £12, and it does have a sterling mark on it. And then these two are both marked Taxco, which is exciting. Keep finding Taxco now that I've started. This one is a storyteller style, and this one has suns on it. Now these could be an alpaca type silver. They're not marked sterling, so I will need to test those, but aren't they fabulous? So those will more than likely go in my little collection, because I just have a few Taxco pieces. I think I've got 2 or 3 so far. I didn't pay very much for those. Those will be staying with me. And then from the same charity shop, I just bought these out of interest, really. I think these are fake cherry amber bakelite. You're not really seeing the colour properly on the screen. Let me just see if I can get some more light on. There we go. They really look like it, but I'm absolutely sure that they're not. They don't feel right. They feel like modern plastic. But they even have the screw clasp on them. What do you guys think of those? Very odd. There are 2. There's one shorter and one longer. I paid £10 for the 2 of them. She knew about cherry amber bakelite, and she was sure that they weren't either. So I don't think I've got any treasure there. I just thought that they were interesting. I wanted to share those with you. Have you ever come across them before? Let me know in the comments. I picked up some more sterling studs, flowers, mother of pearl and turquoise in the charity shop. Then I think we might be back to the car boot sale. So there's this horn bangle. It's a really tiny one. And you just fit that one over my hand. This is lovely. This is a Gemporia sterling silver and amethyst gemstone bracelet. That was a nice find from one of the house clearance guys. The lady that I bought this from very kindly said that I could have a couple of brooches, so I chose this one, micro mosaic. And I also chose a little bee, which was a Swarovski one. She knew it was Swarovski, and she very kindly let me have it. And I listed it on eBay, and it sold straight away, so I can't even show you that one. But that was a lovely little buy. And I got these fruity earrings. I'll probably make charms out of those as well. These, I think, are earrings. Look at them. So they just need new hooks going on them, or I could make them independent. I don't know. What do you think? Aren't they fun though? Had to pick those up. And from that seller, it was a little bag of things. I like these lampwork beads, little sparklies. I'll take that apart and make something else. And there was a borealis necklace. And then from one of the dealers' stalls, I chose a few pieces. This is all caught up. But isn't that pretty? And this one, are these moss agates? They're gorgeous. Another vintage costume piece. Needs researching, but let me know if you know anything about it. It was really pretty. This is a little charity shop one thrown in, brutalist style adjustable vintage ring. Had one quite similar to this recently. This is a bit more industrial looking. It's a kind of pewter tone to it rather than a bright silver. Oh, this one came with those funky earrings. Look at this. Just love the, is it electroplating on there? Looks like it's new as well. We're really jumping from style to style, aren't we? This is a little pin. Could be sterling, so I need to check that one over. Look at this. This really reminded me of the Celebrity Juliana piece, which I still haven't sorted out. Look at those two together. Very similar style. I think is it Exquisite? Let me have a look. This one is actually Nina Ricci from Paris, so I think that one must be a vintage piece as well. I'll look that one up. And some more fun pieces. Look at this lovely giraffe brooch, isn't he lovely? This Harlequin glass one is gorgeous, but it is sadly missing one there. So I'm going to keep that aside, and maybe I will get another piece to harvest at some point to go in there. This one is staying with me in the workshop because, as you know, I love cloisonné enamel. I bought the egg, walked away, and then the lady came running up to me and she said, "You didn't take the stand." And I hadn't even seen the stand. Isn't that cute? So that one is staying with me. I love London keyring. I'm getting a bit interested in key rings at the moment. They seem to be in fashion with the YouTube and social media fashionistas, so I've picked up a few. I picked this up on a store where I bought some other bits, and the man very kindly said, "Oh, you can have that." So I might keep him with me. He's pewter. Perhaps he'll go on my car boot sailing bag. Some interesting glass beads on this one. I may take that one apart and make other things with the beads. This is a 4 ocean bracelet, so these are charity ones, and they are made with plastic that's come out of the sea and has been cleaned and recycled. I have 2 or 3 of these already. I always pick them up when I see them. The beads are really nice on them, and the money when you buy them new goes towards the initiative for keeping plastic out of the sea, so it's a good one to buy new. But I just like the beads, so I'll reuse those ones. This is very pretty. That will probably go into a Whatnot show. And there were matching earrings as well. Lovely gemstone pendant. Is that a Jasper? Nice one. And another teddy bear. Look at him. Is he missing a sparkly? No, I think his eyes have just gone a little bit dull. They are in there, but the left one is not sparkling as much as the right one. Bless him, he needs a bit of love. And a cat. This is just a bundle of things that I bought from one lady. This ring I actually bought with this one and this one, so I'm assuming it's a simulated opal with cubic zirconias in silver. That will go into a whatnot show as well. Then there was a really fun girl who had some really unusual things. We bought some stationery and stickers. I took my girls with me and we bought some bits from her. These are bubble teas and vodka earrings. I'm going to use those to make charms from. These, I didn't even see these. These, I think you poke a normal earring in a hook and it turns it into a screw bag. They're quite cool, aren't they? I think they were in the bottom of the bag of things I bought from that girl. And there is a pair of sparkly studs as well. I also got from her these two Disney key rings, which it turns out are blind bag ones. They're Christmas, and I know some Disney things can have a resale value, and it looks like these two do have a little bit of a resale value. I didn't pay very much for them, so they will go onto eBay a bit closer to Christmas. This is still car boot sale finds, a faux turquoise bangle. And this lovely V-shaped one. It's got a nice strong opening. It's a costume one, but I just thought it was nice. And at the same time I picked up this mirrored one as well. Turquoisey tone one. This is lovely. Now I've had a charm bracelet with pearls in with this same stamp on it, and I don't know if that's just a stamp that you can buy or if it's a known brand. I couldn't find the maker, so if you do recognise that, please do let me know. I think that those are likely to be sterling. And then we've got rose quartz and freshwater pearls on there as well. Just needs a restring and a test. Look at this chunk. This is a big old slice of dyed agate on a costume cuff. Bit too big for my wrist, but isn't it cool? Knotty cuff, I've had these in before. It's on a card that says talk, which seems like it could well be the original card. This one, I love any ocean themed jewellery, so I thought if that doesn't sell I would happily keep it. This, when I got home I wasn't quite sure whether it should have had a stone originally in here. May well have done. It's a sterling ring, quite a sweet one. I'll just have a clean up and go into a whatnot. Another key ring here. These are gymnasts, so my little one who's just turned 6 is a very keen gymnast, so I thought I might make a charm bracelet for her out of those, or make them compatible with her troll beads / Pandora style bracelet. This guy had some really fun vintage brooches. So I got this caterpillar. Look how unusual he is on a leaf. These cute little boots, aren't they sweet? And this lady here. These were from a dealer, Art Deco style silver earrings with marker seats. Beautiful. Just some vintage plastic. Religious bracelet there. This I found on the floor walking out, little floor bonus, Froggy playing the banjo. Here's a pin, I'll probably pop him on my denim jacket. Dried flower pendant. I have one exactly the same as this, in exactly the same box, but an empty one. So I will have some fun making that up at some point. Now this bracelet I bought at the same time as those other 20p ones. And she said to me, oh, that one's silver, that one. But she was still happy to give it to me for 20p. But look at the clasp here. It's got a beautiful double clasp. And on the back here, it's marked 750 for 18 karat gold. So I'm going to get that one checked by my jeweller, and obviously I need to check to see whether these are cubics or diamonds. But I can't believe it, having found white gold the other week for the first time at the car boot, to have found another piece. Pretty incredible. So that was the find of probably this haul, actually. Another one of these. I think I was thinking I'd cut these up and then alternate their flowers. In here we've got all of the other letters that came off the bracelet that I showed you that had the name on it. Celtic looking brooch, and look at this unusual hair slide. It's got little, well, they look like enamel, but I think they're under resin. Just a little hairpin, isn't that cute? They were from a dealer. And then this was a lace agate bracelet. It popped before I even got it home, and it's got a sterling tag on that says friend, and it's 95 marked on the back. So I don't know whether I might put this onto a necklace and then make these up to something else. I don't know, I haven't worked that out yet. So that's the haul. And then I picked up 2 bags. I know I paid £1 for this one, and it was from a lady who said that she makes upcycled jewellery as well, very similar to me. And this one I must have paid more for, but I can't remember how much it was. But anyway, we'll have a look through those now. So let's start with the £1 bag first. It looks like we've got quite a lot of children's pieces in here, so it might be a case of lotting them up into a little bag to take down to the centre where I sell my others. These ones are really sweet. They're glass. They make a lovely noise. They are really tiny though. I love those. How unusual. Sparkly ones. I'm going to move this tangle out of the way because we might have to do that off camera. This I think is an anklet. Always quite nice for the summer. I like to have shells around my ankle in the summer. Some beads for reuse. Oh, look at this cute little ring. It's teeny tiny. So sweet. Oh, a butterfly, of course. That's quite early on in the bag to have a butterfly. This one feels like vegetable ivory, and again it is super tiny. More bangles. This is a clip-on earring. It reminds me of the Scamp and Dude, the brand that make the lovely dresses, leopard print dresses and things, which I have a few of. I might make that into a pendant, or you can see the other one there, have some matching earrings for myself perhaps. We've got some lapis gemstones. That's probably got me my £1 back already. I could see these through the bag. Beautiful glass earrings. Oh, they're gorgeous. Look at the swirls in them. Might make the single ones into pendants. They're lovely. Some beads, and there's one more of those. They're like marbles. Sparkly ring that's lost some sparkles. Cute little bow one. And a bunny one. That's just rubbish. And some clip-on faux pearls. Just making sure that they weren't silver. I don't think they are, just plated, silver plated hooks. These look like they're new. New Look Kind, made with recycled materials. Hey, that's my bag, not yours, New Look. Might pop those into a whatnot show. They might make a nice giveaway actually. I bought some similar ones in Croatia when I was on holiday. Right, now for this tangle. Let me untangle it for you. Right, we're detangled now. So there were some more of the kiddies' bangles. There's a really cute Tatty Teddy Me to you bear necklace, presumably the other one, there would have been another one that said you, like best friends ones. It's really sweet. This is, I think, a shrinky, which is a children's thing that you colour in, pop it in the oven and it shrinks down and you can make it into jewellery. It was on a cord, but I had to cut the cord to get out of the tangle. Little wish necklace, I'll make charms outfits on that. Flower one. There's some more gemstones there. Look at this poor guy. I'm going to see if my 6-year-old wants this because she's having a real panda moment at the moment, but he is sadly missing a leg, poor thing, and possibly a nose. I'm not sure if there's something that's come off the face as well. There's a sparkly bunny too. We found the ring that matched that before. A pair of ballet slippers. Some more bells. This little guy, we'll have to look him up and see if he's a known character. Some more of these gorgeous glass earrings. So pretty, love those. A Tinkerbell, that's a proper Disney one, but just a plated one obviously. There's a looky like Pandora style bracelet as well. It's got some cute charms on it, so I'll see if my kids want to raid that one. This is cute, that little owl sparkly. There were some chains as well. I had to undo the chains to get the tangle out, so there's a couple of chains down here. And this one is broken but fixable. Might be worth doing, or maybe I will make some earrings out of the parts of that one. Right, let's see what's in the other bag. This one was £3, so I think again it's going to be broken bits. We'll see what's inside. Well, I've made a bit of a mess with this one. There are bits spilling out all over my workspace. I think there's going to be some interesting things to harvest in here. It's a nice Murano glass bead there. Lots of sparkles and cabochons and things. I will look forward to creating with these bits. Safety pin there. I was only looking for a safety pin yesterday for a skirt that I bought the car beads out. These are interesting big beads. I wonder if they're to go on a scarf or whether they came off a necklace. Like those. There is a Timex watch. Now, I was going to mention that I actually bought a watch repair kit a couple of weeks ago, and I spent an evening at the weekend going through and putting batteries in all of the watches that I've collected over the last few years of doing this. So let me know if you're interested in seeing a tutorial or a review of the kit or anything, and I can show you how to change watch batteries. It's quite an extra skill to your bow, especially if you're reselling, because the watch batteries, my local shop that does it charges £20 per watch, and you can buy a really good battery for about £1.50 each, or even cheaper if you just want the cheap ones. That's a strap. Look at that pretty clasp. It's all come undone sadly. That's waiting for a new cabochon. I think these must have been from the lady who does the upcycled stuff. This is lovely. Look, it's missing a couple of its mother of pearl inlays. It's a nice alpaca cuff though. I wonder what I could put in there. Could do something creative, couldn't I, to fill the gap. A feather and a big panel. I'll rescue what I can of this. This is nice. Looks like carnelian. Those can make rings. This is a copy of something, isn't it? That shape on there. tag. Is it a copy of a tag maybe? Wow, look at this. I knew that was going to have a bell inside it. Oh, that is so cool. That's definitely going to be made into a necklace. Is anybody else seeing a squirrel here? Or maybe a heart? I wonder what that is supposed to be. Something botanical, I guess. Oh, I love that. Cool. That's my find of the bag so far. I love that one. That looks quite old. All sorts of broken bits in here. And some watch straps. Lovely glass bead there. That looks like a nice Murano one as well. Crystals in a little mesh tube. They're a copy of ones that Swarovski did. Well, I don't know if they did earrings, but they did bracelets certainly like that. It's a nice piece of abalone. It's got a big nasty crack across it, unfortunately. These are beautiful Venetian glass beads. Look at that colour on those. They're gorgeous. Do we have enough for a bracelet? We might do if we put some bigger beads in between them. They are stunning. Or pretty rings, not sure which. This is a broken chain, but I think it's sterling, so I'll test that one. Old cufflink. This says 15 jewels on it there. It's a lovely old watch, isn't it? Rolled gold one. Oh, its winder's gone though. What a shame. Perhaps we could make that into a bracelet. This is all wrapped up with a piece of old chain, but this is glass, double-sided. Look at that. I think I'm going to have to keep this one for myself because I have one of my very first car boot sale purchases was an oval glass. It's very similar to this, made exactly the same way with the wire around the middle, and it's pink on one side and I think it's green on the other, very similar to this, and I love it. I've never seen anything like it, and this is just like it. So I will put that onto a chain and then maybe I can stack the two of them because I wear the other one on a long chain. That's so cool. I love that. As you know, I love glass. Got some faux pearls. There's a real mix of ages in here. I think she must do what I do and buy bags of jewellery to look through. That one I will take apart and probably make earrings from. They look like they'd make cute hoop earrings. Ooh, lucky we didn't get spiked by this one. It's a koala with a little simulated opal. Isn't that cute? Here we go, no, I'll not show. Mother of pearl. That's quite a nice pendant. Cool cat's eye. Oh wow, look at that. I think that's a faux silver. Yeah, that's like a department store piece. It's quite nice quality. Wonder if we'll find the other one. There's the other cufflink. A little cross, that's one of those plastic ones that's been painted. Shell. Oh, a big darning needle. These are panels off a bracelet. Earring. Broken off something. Will we use those beads? More chain. That one doesn't feel like silver though. This is a really cheapy necklace. I think I'll probably just reuse the chain on that one. And that one. Wow, That's a vintage clip-on earring. How cool is that? I've just pulled out the panel pieces because there's quite a lot of them, and those as well. Sparkly bracelet. That's actually a guess one. Is there anything wrong with it? I'm not seeing anything wrong with it. Maybe it's just because it's blackened, but I suspect it probably was blackened to begin with because it looks like the black's on top of the, like a coating on top of a silver metal. Lots and lots of beads. This is glass. That feels like a chandelier piece. Isn't that pretty? That's plastic. Just picked out some more pieces to show you. There's a cat's eye pendant there. We've got some more glass. This is an interesting handmade glass bead here. And this is an old glass sparkly rhinestone type thing. Then there's some more cufflinks or buttons. They might be old buttons. They will go in my museum tray. Oh, here's the other one of those. I wasn't expecting that we would have a pair. Those are stunning. Those will definitely be listed. Gorgeous. There's the other one of those glass earrings we found right at the beginning, and this is a really ratty piece of old earring. Another clip on there, a vintage one, all caught up in this chain. It looks like some gemstones on there. More bits of chain there. This is pretty, it looks Indian, probably an earring. I don't know what that is. Is it for a nose, to go in the nose maybe? That looks Indian as well. Vintage clip-on, no brand, and it's missing a sparkly too. More of these old cufflinks slash buttons. This is funny, look, another one of these flat slidey charms like on my bracelet. And that looks like it was an earring. I'll probably turn that into a charm. There are some really lovely glass beads. I might make a bracelet out of these. And then I forget the name of this glass. That's a cabochon that's come out of something. Sparkly and some shell. There's a bit of amethyst there. And then this, I think it probably came with that Indian jewellery set. It's a double earring. Or I guess, I would say ear to nose, it wouldn't go that far, I don't think, would it? It's very cool. I just had a little flick through the last things in the tray, and I can't see anything particularly of note to show you, but as you can see there are some really lovely glass gemstones. And there's probably some costume studs in there as well. Really good for £3. I'm very, very pleased with that. What was your favourite piece today? Do let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, have a look at the channel membership option because there's some behind the scenes content in there as well. Hit the subscribe for me, of course, if you don't already, and the like so that we can get the video out to more people. Watch something else, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.